Okay, so some of the operation buttons only involve really one number. Unlike plus, minus, divide, multiply, raise to a power, the square root button, for example, instantly takes the square root of whatever number is in the window. Okay, you don't press equals, it just immediately happens. Same with changing the sign of the number, the percent, finding the reciprocal, and I think these four right here. All right, so I'm going to do one of them and then you can figure out the rest of them. They're very similar. So let me do the plus minus key. So what we need to do is declare a local variable. So we need to take the number that's in the window and change its sign. Well, how do you change the sign of anything? You multiply by -1. Now the problem is we don't have the number as an arithmetic value. All we have is the string of the number in the text property of the display of the calculator. So I need to convert that to a double value. And let me declare a local variable that's just going to store that double value of what's in the display or the number that we're working on. So when I declare a variable in the event handler, a variable essentially ceases to exist when that block of code is done executing, which is what I need because I don't really care what it's going to be after the operation is done. So I'm going to say double number, and then I'm going to say equals, and then it's going to be convert dot to double LBL calc display dot text. So that converts the number in the display to a numeric value that I can do the calculations on. Now I'm going to take the square root of number and make that the new value of number. So I'm going to say number equals, and then here's how I do square root. I say math dot pow, and then I'm going to do parentheses, and then I'm going to say number 0.5, because raising a power to the 0.5 power, or raising a number to the 0.5 power is the same thing as taking the square root. Oh no, I'm sorry, what am I thinking? That goes in the square root button. Well, actually not the plus minus button. So I'm just going to copy that into square root. And then in the plus minus button, I want to say number equals number times -1. All right, so that is going to multiply the number by -1 and change its sign. Now, I just multiplied the number, but I didn't just put it back in the display of the calculator. So what I need to do is say I need an assignment statement that's going to assign that new value to the text property of the calculator. So I'm going to say LBL calc display.text equals number and then plus 2 empty quotation marks. That changes the number into a string value. Oops, and that should be equals. No parentheses are required. Okay, so let's try it out, see if it works. All right, so let me do 2,5 mine plus minus. Yes, plus minus. Good, excellent. And then the square root is really the same thing, right? Except that instead of multiplying the number by -1, you raise it to a power. So let's try that. Yep, good, it works.